Hey guys, what's going on? It's Narvin here again. For this video, I'm gonna be just basically talking about how I got to 500,000 points in solo by around 34 or 36 or something like that. I'm probably only gonna do a commentary over this first video because after that it's just pretty much the same thing over and over again, round after round. For the beginning, I mean, you don't have to shoot them. You can knife them for the first couple rounds if you want. I was just trying to get some extra points out of it. You start just the same, pretty much. You would start any normal zombies, Kino, Toten round. You get 130 points per knife, so if possible, use it as much as possible if you're trying to get a high score. Because that's the most points you're going to get for killing a zombie, pretty much. Especially if you put a couple bullets into him first, which is what you can see I'm doing. If you get a max ammo, that's extremely helpful with the handgun, because you can make a lot of money with your handgun. I'll probably try this again, because I really want to try to get to 1,000,000 points, and I'll probably just try it. I do this with the M14 and the MP40, I think it is. And it works out pretty good, but I think if I get maybe just the MP40 in the handgun, or either the M14 in the handgun. I like the M14 just because it's so cheap for ammo. It's only 250 points, and the MP40 is 600 points, which isn't that much more, but I don't know, when you're trying to get points, every little bit of point you can save, I feel like it helps. But you can see I messed up a little bit with my grenade. Don't forget you have grenades in these early rounds too. It always helps to get rid of them. That you probably stay in this room a whole round longer if you just are smart with your grenades. Easy. So I get the M14 here. The only time I've ever really used the M14 that much is when I'm actually going point rounds. I don't really find it that useful in zombies other than for this, more or less. I mean, it seems almost like a worthless gun. Maybe in 5 it can be helpful, but not in this map. I'm just pretty much just trying to make as much points as I can in the early rounds right now, which doesn't even really matter after playing some of the 30 rounds. Like, this is kind of a waste of time. You don't have to do this really at all. I mean, it gives you something to do for these early rounds, but like, I wouldn't even worry about it that much. I mean, another thing is, you can hit the box, but there's a very good chance you're not going to get something that great. But if you're lucky enough to get the HK or the RPK, then for these point matches, it's going to be fantastic, especially when you get the max ammos. Because those things are point guns. You can get so many points off those guns. So you can see I get the MP40 here. So I pretty much just run with the MP40 and the M14 for the rest of the time, I'm pretty sure. And like I said, the reason for this is because you can buy ammo for both of them. If you get it gone out of the box, you can't really get ammo for it unless you get a max ammo. The ammo is not really that expensive, only $600 for the MP40 and $250 for the M14. So, I mean, you're making so much more money or points off that anyway, it doesn't even really matter. It really does not affect much. And you can see right here, I'm gonna get my, I think I'm gonna get my Juggernog and quick revive. I usually don't get quick revive from the beginning just because if I go down before I get Juggernog, I'm usually so angry anyway, I just restart it. So I don't even bother getting quick revive until maybe even round 10 sometimes, just because that's the way I play. I don't know. If I go down early, I see almost no point to even continue trying. You can see you pretty much just gotta run around this theater like you normally do. And just corral them up, herd them all up. Get them a nice big group for yourself. See, I get my quick revive. And basically, that's pretty much the more or less strategy to the whole thing. I mean, I'm sure other people are gonna say, you can use this gun, you can use this gun, blah, 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 blah. And you're probably right, and you're probably wrong at the same time, I'm sure. But in my opinion, these are probably the best two weapons just because they're cheap, easy to get. Don't get the nukes if you're trying to get points because, I mean, if you're killing all the zombies off, you're not going to get points off, and you only get 400 points for a nuke. It's kind of pointless. If it's the end of the round, you can get a nuke because then it's 400 free points, or maybe even 800 points if you have a double points. But I don't get the nukes. I don't really like getting the hammers, carpenters, because that just makes them take longer to get in. Double points obviously is extremely helpful, and as is max ammo. Insta-kill, I don't really get that. I don't think it's really worth it either, because if you're killing the zombies off in one shot, you're not really making your points off of them. And you make a lot more points when you're shooting them a bunch of times before they go down. Yeah, you're losing all your ammo, but like I said, this is for points. This is strictly for getting extremely high point scores in either solo or multiplayer. If you want to get a really high score in multiplayer, the easiest way to get the really high leaderboard is to get in the game with some of your friends and have them just die off, and then you just do this by yourself. If you have friends that are willing to leave their Xboxes on for you and actually do this with 3 or 4 people, you can get extremely high scores because the zombies just keep coming through the rounds. Like, a round 20 with 4 people is going to take probably the same amount of time as a round like 30 or 40 for solo, in my opinion. If not even longer. Some of those rounds can take forever in 4 player. The dogs, you mean they're normal, you just take care of them as you would any. If you really don't feel like dealing with them, the turret is fantastic for taking care of dogs. In my opinion, the turret's worthless for everything but dogs. Dogs, it destroys the dogs. Especially if you're playing multiplayer and you're all in the theater. Somebody has a lot of money, just hit the turret. It'll make everybody's life so much easier. You're gonna get max ammo at the end anyway. Who cares about the little bit of points you might lose? It's not that big of a deal. I'm so tired of playing games where people complain about, I don't have points, I don't get points. Well, you're not playing the game correctly. Use an MP40 for a while and you'll have plenty of money. But anyways, just continue running around the theater. I like running this theater tactic, especially for this points, because, I mean, they hurt up real nice, and you can get back to your, see, I get max, or a quick revive, or not a quick revive, what am I talking about? An insta-kill. If you get insta-kill, don't shoot them. Knife them. You'll at least, if you're going to be maximizing your points with the insta-kill. I mean, if you're shooting them, you're wasting your ammo, you're wasting your points. Pretty much everything about it. Of course, you got to be careful. You can die with insta-kill. I mean, I have people that yell at me in multiplayer, shoot him, you have insta-kill, what are you doing? If you kill them all off very quickly with insta-kill, they will all spawn back in very quickly, which could be a big problem, just the same as like a nuke. Managing how many you kill off is extremely helpful, which actually running this point tactic, I found out I could use, running the levels was a lot easier getting the points because I was killing them off so slowly instead of just like destroying them with like the ray gun or the thunder gun or something like that. So the slower you kill the zombies off, I actually find the easier it is to run the levels and whatnot. Because you only get 30 or so zombies actually spawn in at a time. And you can see I'm dodging the carpenter, and I won't get the nuke until the end of the round, because then it's just 3 points. And basically, this is all I did to get 500,000 points. I was hoping to get to 1 million, like I said, and I will probably try again. Actually, I know I'll try again. I don't know if I actually make it that far, but I'd be very happy if I could get 1 million points in that little counter in the right corner. That would make my day. But I think in order to do that, I'm gonna have to run a different combination of weapons, maybe. Oh, I don't know what's happening there. That's weird. So it might seem like it's almost glitchy, but it's just because I'm fast forwarding it and the way I control the controller sometimes. I don't know, I don't fluidly move my character, I kind of hop him around a little bit. So, sorry about that. This is sped up because this took a long time. It takes a lot longer doing a point match than it does just a normal solo because, like I said, you're slowly killing the zombies shot after shot after shot, not just like destroying them. But anyways, guys, it's pretty much this is all you have to do. Don't get any traps. I didn't upgrade any weapons because I wanted to kill them as slow as possible. And for the rest of the videos, I'm probably just going to put music over them because I'm lazy. And it's just going to be the same thing over and over again. But anyways, like I said, this is basic point strategy if you want to get an extremely high point score. And good luck, guys. Take it easy.